Mayoral Memo with Mathew Dickerson from Dubbo Regional Council.
Catching up with Mayor of the Region, Mr. Mathew Dickerson. It's the season for carols, Dicko. We've got Sunday night in Victoria Park. We've got the carols by candlelight, and even in Wellington, the Wellington Christmas carols on Saturday night, kicking up at 7 p.m. at the Wellington Uniting Church. It's all happening, Dicko.
So I just want to know which one of those two or both that you guys will be singing at.
We'll be singing at both of them, actually.
Excellent.
And then we'll be following it up with a matinee performance at the Lazy River Christmas Markets on Sunday morning as well.
Good. I can hardly wait. So I can get 3 doses of you two caroling.
And we'll be walking the streets
As well.
Like
We'll be door
street
knocking
urchins.
and caroling.
Just in case anyone missed any of those 3 events, then you'll be out on the street as well. Have you got your busking licence, or you don't think that'll be necessary?
I think just walking around singing is
Of
fine.
course, we're all above board.
Yeah, we've got every permit needed.
Well, I'm not sure if you need the busking licence. If you think you're not going to collect any money along the way, you might not need the busking licence.
I don't think we'll collect money. It's not on the cards.
I do like to say, well, we've got the mayor on the phone. This is my favourite time of year to be in Dubbo because Dubbo goes all out when it comes to Christmas lights and carols and everything. I just think as a community, we've got a really good vibe going on when it comes to Christmas.
It is a good vibe.
I'm actually intrigued by that because I think we do, but I haven't lived in other towns and communities for any length of time. So you have. So I want to know what your feelings are. Do you feel that Dubbo does it a bit better than some other places like, Wagga and those sort of places you're talking about?
Well, I used to live in Melbourne, and in Dubbo you walk around the streets and you look at the lights and everyone's nice. In Melbourne, you walk around the streets and you get stabbed. So it's a different feel.
Very different.
Yeah, it's a different feel Christmas time.
And
then you
of
get
those
mugged.
2, your preference?
Yeah, probably Dubbo.
Yeah, good.
Better for the kids, I think. I don't have to teach them knife skills.
Yeah, no, that seems reasonable.
Yeah.
But it does have a nice feel. I do actually like Christmas. One of the things I do say is that people are very friendly at Christmas time. They seem very obliging. I just don't know why we can't do Christmas every week, every month, because it'd be nice if people were like this all throughout the year. But people do seem very friendly, and the shops get into the decorations, and it does have that really nice feel about it.
Yeah. Well, I wish it could be Christmas all the time of the year. That would be lovely.
Can you
Everyone
organise
could
that?
be like Alo. He's always nice. You know where you always get a good reception is at the seniors morning tea.
Oh, yeah.
I do actually enjoy the seniors morning teas. I've just done one in Wellington on Monday this week, and then I've got another one today in Dubbo. And the seniors actually, they really enjoy when you just sit down at the table and have a bit of a chat to them, find out what's going on. But they know all the goss. They know exactly what's going on because they're not at work really busy and bustling through their day. They've got time to talk to people. So they're really good to find out what's really going on in the community. And sometimes I'll sit down at the table and say, okay, what's going on? And then half an hour I'll leave and haven't not said a word because they'll tell me absolutely everything that's going on. So I enjoy them. I get to do some poetry there as well. So I do enjoy doing my poetry. And unfortunately, during the pandemic, I used to do poetry at about 7 different aged care facilities around the region every month. And then the pandemic hit, so I haven't been able to do it since that sort of started. But again, you still get a chance to do a bit of poetry for the seniors on these sort of events. That's always fun as well. For me, anyway. I'm not sure about them.
You're a lucky man because any time I've ever gone and visited senior citizens, they usually do the poetry to me.
Oh, right.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Alo, get out.
Not exactly.
Well, they haven't done that to me yet. They normally ask me to do the poetry. So maybe I've got to go to some of the events you go to and listen to what they can do on the other side.
Now we've got a bridge opening.
Terrabella Bridge, it has actually been physically opened. People are using Terrabella Bridge, but it needs to be officially opened. So obviously you need a ribbon there. You need a man on a horse and a sword to ride through before the official ribbon cutting occurs.
It's old school.
Hopefully that's not going to happen. I don't want to give anyone any ideas there. But this is actually a good project because it's actually money that's come in from the federal government, from the state government and from council. And I actually do like those projects where it feels like all 3 are working together rather than sometimes council seems to get stuck with the funding for various projects. So that's one of those good ones. So we've got every man and his dog that's officially involved in some way, shape or form out at Terrabella today. And the old Terrabella Bridge was actually one, I used to ride a bike across it a bit when I used to go riding with some road guys. And one of the things that was always tricky with the Terrabella Bridge, you'd have to get off your bike and walk across it unless you were particularly brave or wanted to be a bit of a hero, because the gaps in the Terrabella Bridge were just about the right size for road bike tyres to slip down in between, and the bike stayed still and the human kept going forward over the handlebars. So it was a bit of a tricky one. But now, in fact, I was only talking to a cyclist last night and he said the Terrabella Bridge now is fantastic. It's 3 metres higher than the old bridge. It's actually a concrete flat platform, so bikes can go on it. But more importantly, machinery can go on it and a whole range of things. But it's a fairly expensive process to put a new bridge in. And again, that'll be fantastic. The old bridge was underwater during some of these recent floods. It went underwater several times during those recent floods, whereas the new bridge sat up nicely above all that water. So it's a significant upgrade for people around that area.
When you were going over that bridge as a young boy, was it hard to get off your bike because the front wheel was so much larger than the little one at the back?
Penny farthing.
Yeah, look, it made it particularly difficult. Thank you for that. That was only just in my mid years, not my youth. So.
Okay. That was when you were in your 20s.
When you said you're a biker, I was thinking denim jacket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just on his fat boy.
That's right.
Mayoral Memo with Mathew Dickerson from Dubbo Regional Council.